Hi, my name is Shelby Bronner and I'm an extension specialist at the Tennessee State 4-H office. And today I want to walk you through how to make chicken burrito bowl in your Instant Pot. So first, let's go through the ingredients of what you will need to make this recipe. The first thing that you're going to need is some type of chicken. So what I have got is a pack of frozen chicken tenderloins, and you'll need about 1.5 pounds. You can use fresh chicken, and it can be tenderloins or chicken breast. You can also go ahead and cut your chicken into chunks before putting it in your Instant Pot. Me personally, I like to just dump it in frozen, not chopped, and then you can shred later just to save yourself some time. You'll also need 1 taco packet seasoning. I like to make my own, so I've kind of already made a concoction of some different things. You can easily Google taco seasoning recipe, and I use one from allrecipes.com, but it has red pepper flakes, paprika, black pepper, salt, onion powder, oregano, garlic powder, chili powder, and cumin. So I've got my 1 packet of taco seasoning. And then you'll also need a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. So I've got that mixture in my little cup ready to go. You'll need a cup of chicken broth or bone broth, which is my preference of using just because it has more collagen and protein and nutrients in the broth itself. You will need 1 cup, but it needs to be divided, and so the first part of the recipe calls for 1/4 cup, so that is why I only have it measured out to 1/4 cup. You'll need 1 can of black beans, 1 can of corn. I have already opened and drained these, and I have also rinsed my black beans. Then you'll need 1 cup of some type of salsa. You can use very spicy or a mild version, whatever your taste like. And then you'll need 1 cup of rice, and I prefer to use brown rice just for extra nutrients. So first you're going to add your chicken into your Instant Pot. So once again, that is 1.5 pounds of chicken, fresh, frozen, breast or tenderloins. They can be cut up beforehand or after it cooks. And then you'll want to put your 1 packet of taco seasoning or your homemade taco mix. You'll also want to add the other seasonings, that garlic, chili powder, and cumin. And then you'll want to add your 1/4 cup of broth on top. And then give that a little bit of a stir. It may not stir super great when it's frozen, but it doesn't really matter. It kind of all mixed together anyways. And then you're going to go ahead and dump in your black beans, your corn, and then your 1 cup of salsa. And give that a little bit of a stir too. And then next you're going to add in your 1 cup of rice on top. This is uncooked brown rice that I'm using. And you're not going to stir that. And then you're going to add in your remaining 3/4 cup of broth. And pour that right over top of that rice that you have not stirred up. And that's it. And so now you are going to, of course, have your Instant Pot plugged in. It'll ding when you have the lid on right. You're going to turn it all the way till the lid closes. You'll push the vent back to sealing and not into the venting state. The little valve will be down. And then you are going to look at the front. If you have an older Instant Pot, it says manual, or on the newer ones, it says pressure cook in the lower right-hand side. And so you will push this button and select the time for 10 minutes if you have fresh chicken, or 12 minutes if you have frozen chicken. And then you will just let it sit and then it will switch to on. At this point, when it says on, it is coming to pressure. So now it is ready to go. It will come to pressure and then start to cook down from 12 minutes all the way until zero. And then once it beeps, you're going to want to let it naturally release. The pin that was silver and rose to the top when it got to pressure will drop by itself. And you can do this for 5 to 10 minutes and it will be fine. The chicken will taste just as tender. So that means after 10 minutes, it'll have a timer on the front. You can pull the valve towards you and the steam may come out. Just to kind of depends. Sometimes the steam, it's still in pressure, so the steam will come out, and sometimes not. And then once you have got to that step, you will open your pot and shred your chicken if you didn't already before you put it in the Instant Pot. So let's let this sit for a little while and then we'll come back and check on it. Okay, so now that our chicken burrito bowl is done, I had walked away, and so this one has sat, you can tell how long it has sat on venting, so for 25 minutes, so the pin has dropped itself. But if it hadn't, I would just pull this to venting, and then any pressure that was still left in there, you would see some steam come out. But we can open it. And then once again, use those slots on the handle to prop our lid up. We're gonna hit cancel just to turn it off of warm. And now we're going to give it a really good stir, and you'll be able to easily shred up the chicken that is in here. So once you've got it stirred and you're kind of chopping up your chicken, you can take the pieces of chicken out and cut it up with a knife, throw it in a blender if you would like, but most of the time it's pretty tender already, and so as you're stirring it up with a spoon of sorts, it kind of chops it up good enough to my liking anyways. Personally, I like to eat this on a bed of spinach or with some lettuce, almost like a salad. You can eat this just with what is already in here in a bowl. You can also put this on a tortilla and kind of make a burrito. And then, you know, any of those things that you kind of do, you can add sour cream or cilantro, jalapenos, more salsa, chips, and make nachos. This is pretty versatile, and you can personalize it however you like. And the great thing is it makes a lot, so there's plenty to share. And that's it for our chicken burrito in a bowl.